book and nook lovers, and welcome back to Nestle Into My Nook. I've had some lovely pictures. This one I wanted to show to you because I think it stood out. It's actually a collage. Look at that. It's from Stephen. He's 25 and he's from Frankston. Apparently this is what I look like in a bikini. Now today we've got somewhat of a local Australian hero here to tell her very own story. I mean, it's quite mind-blowing, so I'm just going to let her share it with you. Let's introduce everybody. Claudia. Claudia, welcome to the Nook.
Thanks for having me, Catherine.
Yeah, it's okay, just talk to me. That's fine.
Yeah.
So first off, I'd just like you to tell your story really, because I think it's really interesting and you really are quite the hero. So share with the viewers what happened.
It's certainly a bit of an adventure, Catherine. So I was driving up bush. Bloody rude. Jumps out in front of me. And I thought I was skidded and I thought I was all right. But then my wheel just clipped the edge of the road and I could feel my car going. It was like, oh no.
Goodness.
So I'm tumbling down the hill and just as the car was sort of slowing down, my best hat nearly flew out the window.
Your best hat?
My best hat. So I stuck my hand out to catch it and the car landed on my arm. So there I am.
Oh, that's
my hand,
terrible, yeah.
I know, right? And my hand is jammed under the car and I thought I could smell fuel, so I really wasn't quite sure. Mate, I'm in the bush. Nobody knows where I am. It's coming on to dark.
Must have been terrifying.
I was, I kept my shit together pretty well.
Family show.
Oh, it's a family. Sorry, mate. Sorry. So I kept my stuff together fairly well. Yeah, sorry, Catherine. God, it was a library show.
No, that's okay. So what happened
Children's
next?
show. Clamped my teeth onto the steering wheel and just started cutting through my wrist for dear life. So I just thought, I've got to get myself out of there. Yeah, and then I just started going for it with the penknife, and I could hear the ping, ping of this. But then I got to bone, and I couldn't kind of get the knife through. It was kind of grating, you know, that grating sound on a board.
Oh.
So I got the fire extinguisher, broke the bone, kept on sawing, and eventually it broke free. So I had to keep tightening up the corner
Can I
case.
just stop you there for a second? Could somebody please get me maybe some water? Just a glass of water, thanks. This coffee's not gone down so well now.
Sorry, mate, you want me to stop?
No, as you were, maybe let's move on with the story.
Right.
What happened next?
Okay, so I've got blood teeming out of my arm at this stage. So there's just, it's in my eyes and in my mouth. Walked, had my petty thingy, my petty pedometer on. 11 k's I walked to this party.
11 k's?
11 k's I walked, yeah.
Must have been hot.
Well, it was night. It was night, so it wasn't so bad. Which is good. The blood, didn't spurt quite so hard. By this stage, when I rocked up to this party that was going on, and well, the guests freaked out because here I am, head to toe with blood. It got spewed down the front of me, smelled like a treat. Got a bit of fuel mixed in there as well.
Actually, sorry, can I stop you there? I'm going to need a bucket.
So I got my hand hanging out my pocket, and so the wife grabs Vive Clicquot out the ice bucket.
Oh, right,
Yeah. She's too drunk to drive. Turns to the husband to ask him. He's collapsed in a dead faint because I've got blood peeing everywhere. So we get in the car.
Oh, God, sorry, I'm just going to have to hold the bucket.
You right? She's so
I
she's,
will be.
Right, it was a bit like that actually. She had a bucket a bit like that with my hand sticking up in it. She
I
made me
can't
drive
hold the bucket.
because she was too drunk. You see. But the problem was, my hand and my fingers stuck up like that.
Right.
So she didn't like that too much, so she kept turning the bucket around so it looked like a peace sign. And by this stage, I was a bit woozy.
Sorry. We're going to pause there. I'm just going to pop off. I'm going to pop off to the loo. We'll just cut there, and then I'll come back. So you're doing a great job.
Okay.
Where were we? I think we were just about at the hospital, weren't we?
We were.
We're going to save your hand.
Bit of a sympathetic spew, I am. Thanks for that, Catherine.
Sorry.
So we got to the hospital, but by this stage, there's my hand sticking up like this out of the ice. It was quite a treat. But I stuck my hand on. But yeah, it's always, it always looks a little bit like, dead, rotten meat flesh narrowly, and it's still not really much use to me.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't look
kinda,
good.
No, it's yeah, it doesn't really.
What do you do? What do you do for a living? Has it affected your work?
I'm a courier driver.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in, Claudia. It's been a very detailed story, something I think will certainly stay with me for quite some time. Until next time, have a lovely day.
Thanks. Yeah, you'll be right, mate. Yeah, you'll be right. You got it.
So sorry.
Yep. You just got to get a bit off there.
No, I don't. It's okay. Is it rotting?
Yeah, it smells like. I don't even reckon it smells like rotten meat. Yeah, could you imagine?
I think we need to get that scene too.
3-week-old bacon. You want to look? You have a smell? Has a bit of a strange smell. Isn't the thumbnail usually static?
Yeah, so I'm just doing little
Little
poses.
poses.